Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to American Truck Simulator, where I'm literally just after getting the game to start up properly. My cough is still present, of course, because of course it is. You probably noticed I'm not wearing the usual hat. I've kind of decided to dump that for, at least for the time being. So I've just realized I've made a mistake with the setup. So you have to bear with me for one moment because I don't have my pedals set up correctly. Let's see very quickly what our starting condition is like. Hey Welch! We need to sleep quite desperately. And we could do with some fuel. What? We are somewhere we can sleep. That is good. There's a fuel station down the road. Perfect. So let's get this thing started up. So we're gonna just do this real quick. And this is the kind of stuff that I will be cutting from videos and doing off camera with the videos. So this is kind of a live stream exclusive, I guess. And I hope that everybody saw the channel update, because there are some big sweeping changes. In sections at least. Oh no, that was the way out, that's the way out, that's the way out. I'm gonna go around this way to the fuel station, because it looks like it's gonna be less hassle. I say that and there's a red light immediately ahead. So, how is... You shouldn't fell asleep right after. Yeah, that took a lot longer than I'd anticipated to actually work through. It took me a good hour to get it all together. I've kind of forgotten how long it takes to edit things when you need to try and sync stuff up to them. Which is kind of my idiocy. So you'll see at about 5:30, in fact at 5:30, because the video is going live then, what kind of time I ended up having to record the Colbra video at. It was at least 2 hours later than I would have liked. Alright, the fuel station should be off to the left here. But yeah, nice changes, I think. It's gonna make for a lot more content on the channel. Maybe not in terms of time, but definitely in terms of the absolute number of things. Please tell me I'm going the right direction for the fuel station here, because I'm not seeing one. I'm gonna put into this motel real quick. I in fact went the wrong direction. is just typical for me, really, isn't it? Can I change the... No, I can't change what it appears as on screen, that's fine. So a nice way to start off the video by screwing up entirely immediately. Or a nice way to start the stream, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of fun with videos and whatnot. I like editing. I've got some legit editing software as opposed to the questionable stuff I used to use. So it kind of makes sense that I move back into videos a bit. So I need to enter it from over here. You don't know what to do today. That seems to be my problem always, is like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need to stream. What about after the stream? Oh? Well, today I'll be recording a video. But at night it's just kind of like, I have no idea what to do. I'm kind of hoping I'm starting to get up a bit earlier than I have been. And getting the videos recorded in the morning, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So let's see what's on the job market in the freight market, because that gives us slightly more money. We are in Sacramento, and we can go to Oxnard with some explosives, or San Diego. Oxnard is slightly closer, so let's set that as the GPS destination. Let's actually start this thing up in neutral with the clutch in. And away we go. So the reason I've swapped back to this hat and this set of headphones, which are bigger, is quite frankly, they're more comfortable. That's the long and the short of it. I just flat out prefer these headphones. I've just realised doing Project Hell tonight is going to be fun, or a Project Hell lap, because I'm kind of going slowly, and later this evening I'll be going very fast indeed. Especially if it's the IndyCar I'm doing, which is going to be the IndyCar I'm going to be doing. Also, I've kind of decided to start Friday's stream with the Red Bull, just because I can try and get a lap out immediately instead of forcing everybody to sit through a 20-minute out lap. Because that outlap is going to be like 20 minutes to half an hour. So we will take the job to Oxnard. Looks like it's just over to the left here. Which trailer is it? That's the shorter one of the two. That's actually good for us. Of the three, the shortest... second shortest of the however many trailers are actually here. Let's get the camera spun around so I can see what I'm doing here. And there we go. Whoops, hit the sign. Well done me. And off we go to Oxnard. With, I think it's fireworks we've got. Presumably it's just going to be a Walmart shuttle, or a Walbert shuttle. So there's a comment on a video somewhere, and I want to check what it is. So I'm going to be very smart and use my phone to check my emails. Well, I'm stopped up at... oh, it's a comment on the Samar Volga map spotlight. That is perfectly fine. There's a good conversation going on over there, actually. There has been for a few weeks. There's roughly a comment a day posted there. Well, a comment every week or so, on average, and it's all advice on how to play on the map, which I really honestly quite enjoy that people are taking to the map spotlights to discuss playstyles and methods. I could not have got closer to that caravan if I tried. I know it's not a caravan, I just call it one. So we're just going to have to wait for this red light, because of course we do. We seem to get stuck at every red light ever. And we've got a green. Slight issue getting it up into third again. There we go. Start having to use the high gears and just check behind. There we go, we're all good to go. .55 limit, very nice. There's 55. 53 is close enough, kind of. Come on, hit 55, please. And now we've got cruise control engaged at 55 miles an hour. So all we really need to do for a while is steer. So yeah, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you wouldn't have seen this. I was kind of afraid I'd have to start the stream a bit late, and I kind of did, but that was due to setup issues. And me kind of losing track of time while I was setting up. So at about 2:30, so about 3/4 of an hour ago, I was downstairs doing some, you know, vague random stuff. I was getting ready to do the dishes, and the very pregnant cat that lives out the back appeared. And she is very pregnant. We're expecting a litter of kittens in the next 3-4 weeks. And I knew she needed to be fed, because she needs to be fed like at least once a day. I'm usually the only one who feeds her. So she's very fond of me, obviously. But it's a bit of a pain feeding her, because she's had a litter of kittens before. One of them is still around. The rest a neighbour got rid of somehow. I don't know, and I don't think I want to know how they were treated when they disappeared that day. But one of the kittens is still around, and Every time we try to feed the mother, the kitten takes all the food. So the strategy I've come up with is literally throw the kitten into the house, close the back door so the kitten can't get out of the house, and then feed the mother while the kitten is sat at the back door making noises and not being particularly happy at not having the freshest food. Because the kitten knows full well there's fresh food outside, and he's after being put inside so that his mother can eat. And yet, that's the only way we can feed the mother. That's the only way she will eat. And you literally have to stand guard because there's a bunch of cats around here, and they do enjoy stealing other cats' food. And she's not a cat that we normally feed, but if she's pregnant, it's kind of... I don't want to be rude, I don't want to be rude to a cat. I don't want to be cruel, I don't want to be, that guy who's like, oh, that cat's very pregnant, screw that. No, I want to be the guy who's actively helping an animal that needs help. Because she's not a particularly good hunter. And that kitten is somehow very, very attached to her. Like, you get... If she's around, the kitten's nearby, so sometimes you put out... I did this yesterday. I put out food for her, and just kind of went inside for a few minutes. When I came back out to check up, the kitten was suddenly there, eating the food, so I picked him up, threw him inside, closed the door, and she was grand. That said, she's a very shy cat, so it does take some coaxing to get her to the food. Sometimes. I think she's got used to the fact that I mean food, I guess. She's kind of associated with seeing me with getting food, which maybe isn't a good thing, but it's good in this specific situation where she needs to be fed for the sake of, staying alive and having healthy kittens. So I'm not gonna complain too much about that minor issue. Looks like we're taking the next off-ramp off the highway, off the interstate here. Is this an interstate? We're taking the next off-ramp nonetheless. Whatever this is. Ooh yeah. There we go, we're getting up decent speed fairly quickly just by going through all the gears instead of just the low gears, which are fine if you're just cruising around in the truck normally, or bobtail I should say. That was a bit fast to be taking that turn. There we go. The inside lane here. Nice to see the other drivers out in California tonight at 11:08 in the evening. Looks like it's a balmy, actually quite cold, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is kind of surprising because I don't think I guess out towards the desert, yeah. 40. Oh, come on. That's a cop car beside me? Where is the cop? That was some downright bull. Literally enter the 30-mile-an-hour area and I get caught for speeding because I'm not at exactly 30. Let's try and keep this in a bit of a higher gear, or a lower gear even, just to keep the revs up and give us a half decent chance of getting at the right speed. Just turning left here. Just outside just inside Santa Cruz, I guess. Maybe turning left up here again, so I'm actually in the wrong lane. There we go. And now it's just a case of building up some speed because I can't see what the hell is going on ahead of me. Let's turn on our high beams. Still can't see what's well, there's not much going on ahead of us. Can't see a damn thing that's behind, which is only mildly unnerving. Let's go to 5th. And try and keep the revs in a low enough range that we're saving a bit of fuel. Don't quite understand how this is a 55 area because I'm struggling at 50. Yeah, saw that coming. I completely deserved that hit right there. You have to have both hands on the wheel just to get a bit of extra leverage. I think we're kind of good now. Still a 55 though, and that looks like a 40. It's actually a 30, which is kind of fine. It's a nice little village here, a nice little town. You watch, this is gonna be like LA or something. Minor frame rate issues, I'm at 48 FPS at the moment. One thing I will say about the Cobra videos coming up tonight, there is quite a lot of out of character talking in it, just because I had issues. As it turns out, 3000 Bales and Farm Sim do not go very well together. It took a good 5 minutes to load into the map, and I think I'll be loading back into it later tonight just to get a bit of actual off-camera work done. I did that last night as well. Believe it or not, I did actually do legitimate off-camera work on Cobra, which I said I wouldn't, but when the game crashes twice in a row, when you're trying to load into a map, you know you done goofed. That's precisely what happened to me, so... not exactly the best situation to be in. And one other thing, and this is kind of important for the channel, it's the first video to be 1080p 60. Eep. Just gonna go this way. I hope this is a... hope this is a loop. Sincerely hope this is a loop. So I went way too fast towards that turnoff. And instead of crashing like I usually do, I actually did something logically. A sweeping bend this, actually. Now we can build the speed up again. From the 40 up to the 55. We get a bit of aid here from this hill. And 57, 56, 55. There's the cruise control on. And it looks like we're actually close to the destination. Happy for... Is it 420 today? Oh dear. I think I know what Welsh is doing today. Whoops, that was the wrong button. And tomorrow is the Queen's 90th birthday. The Queen of England is 90 tomorrow. So, that's definitely, you know, a thing. Oh, we're going to sell goods? Huh. Right, where's our parking spot in here? Yes. Oh, bloody hell. Of all the spots to give us. Right, let's try and get this truck in. I think I'm setting up too close to this wall. I think it's... yeah, I'm destined for failure with the truck where it currently is. So let's try and just realign the truck instead of going for the parking space straight away. There we go. It looks like we're a decent distance away from that wall now, so let's immediately start trying to get the trailer turned. A bit more on the trailer. It looks like I'm going in nicely there. The bank's not happy because I'm 590 in debt. That'll be expunged in a moment, hopefully. There we go. Nice and parked and disconnected. Lovely. Excellent. Any damage? No. Beautiful. So we're at 8,339. That's the highest amount we've had in a while. And hopefully, fingers crossed, what I'm going to actually do is, according to my usual rules, just pop an ad. I know, I think it's just Welsh here, but still going to pop an ad on YouTube. Just so I don't forget. I didn't wreck. That is a minor miracle in itself. Actually, unpause it. Just hit drive there. Because I want to check the state of things. I need to sleep. So where's the nearest rest stop? Over on the road that I absolutely hate by the looks of it. That really the nearest? 21 miles, 183 miles, yeah. Yeah, that's the nearest one. Nuts. I've got the parking brake on. Well done, me. So I'm just gonna drive the 21 miles out to the rest stop here. I might as well pick up a bit of extra fuel while I'm at it, shouldn't I? So let's just pull into this fuel station. Turn off the engine. Top up the tank. Because that's what a smart person does. And yes, this is in fact the road that I absolutely hate. How wonderful that I've got to drive down this. Let's turn the high beams off, they're just distracting. And try and get this truck to the rest stop safely, like so. Not actually in a parking space somehow. There we go. Just rest it up. And we're still in the positives, which is lovely. Let's get something from Oxnard to Carson City. Let's take something a bit interesting. Let's take this road roller, the or as I call it, the steamroller. As I'd call them, steamrollers. Nice low speed out here. Hopefully we don't get we don't find something coming the opposite direction, because that's problems. Lots of problems. And this is the bit of the road that I really hate, where it's... especially if you're trying to avoid getting damage, where it's a bit everywhere. I'll try and apex these turns. I think that's a success. Hey Nighthawk, how you doing? Oh, I hit a bunch of stuff right there, but it didn't damage the truck. Hopefully. Just gonna indicate to go right, but I'm gonna be going left almost immediately. You're okay? I'm pretty good. Kind of relaunching the channel today in a way. Although I do need to get some new channel art together at some point in the near future. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm really glad this is a low speed limit, because just look at how beautiful that beach is, and that view right over that way is. This is really nice. I like this area. You just saw the channel update. Yeah, I kind of don't mind dropping the length of streams as much as I have, because 4 hours is a bit excessive at times. Especially if I'm trying to talk the entire way through, like I am today. 2 hours is a much healthier time span for my voice and my sanity at times. Because if I'm having a bad day and hard part's trying to remember everything, not really Nighthawk. What you can't see is behind the webcam, behind the screen, behind all the stuff, literally behind the scenes, I have a whiteboard that's part of my desk, and I've actually got my schedule written up there. Hey Ed! So yeah, having the schedule written up somewhere that I can see at all times when I'm on my PC basically means that it's almost impossible to forget it. So we're actually going to do what's correct here. Let's come to a stop for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and continue on. As far as I'm aware, that's what you're supposed to do, is come to a complete stop for 3 seconds if you're taking the turn on red. There's our steamroller. If that's it, they better load it up quickly, because I'm already here. Oh, there it is, never mind. I was kind of worried that the one that was currently being worked on was the steamroller we're taking, but it's not, which is kind of helpful. Let's spin around. Your GTA 5 and the F710. Nice one, Ad. I know GTA 5 is quite good. What level am I? I am level 11, I believe. And the only reason I'm only level 11 is because I tend to only play, or I did. I don't know how it's going to work out now. The textures on the pipe, yeah, they're not great. But I mean, if you're out of the cab and looking at it here, it is absolutely spectacular. I mean, what I could do from now on, just for texture reasons, is I could actually reverse like that. And you get to see the nice textures of the seats. So it's a balancing act. Looking to the... do I use mods? Yes. I use... Ooh, buggeration, what mods do I use? I've got real trailers that adds Walmart trailers and the like. I've got real tires. I have actually, in terms of DLC, the wheel tuning pack. That's the only paid DLC currently available for ATS. I haven't really had a look at it yet. I think I might stop into a garage in the next city. I've got a couple of suspension and physics mods, and one mod that basically makes the police a bit less deadly. Because I've got a bad habit of speeding and causing accidents, and that's taken literally like $400,000 out of the game, because I am that bad and issues and all that. I also have real fuel prices, which I didn't actually check when I was refilling. Last week the fuel price was $2.25 a gallon. Did anybody bother to check what the fuel price was when I was filling up those times? Because I'm interested to know if it's changed in the last week. In theory, the fuel price updates every day, but I don't quite know if that's how it works. Do I have a mod list? I don't for this, actually. I probably should, but it's all workshop mods. Because with Steam Workshop, it's a lot easier than modding the old-fashioned way, where you had to download each mod and make sure you kept it up to date and check for updates constantly, because SCS likes changing the source code of the game with updates. Steam Workshop kind of counteracts that by allowing the modder to just update the file itself. What I will do is I'll get a text document together of the mods that I use, and you can look for them. I'm presuming you've got it on Steam. You can look for them on Steam Workshop, because that's where I get the mods. There we go. You have it on Steam? Brilliant. What I'll do is, next time I'm stopped up, I will basically exit the game and show you the mod list that I have in game. Because I've got all the mods that I have installed switched on. I think the only mod that I think I might have one mod that isn't switched on, but I uninstalled it completely. 55. It's good. But most of the mods I have are just general physics mods. I'm kind of thinking about the Mir FOV mod as well, because I've seen that. There's a DeLorean mod, but I don't really want DeLoreans in this. I don't think they'd quite fit. It's also Star Wars stuff that doesn't fit at all. Yeah, it's just a novelty mod. And you're kind of seeing where I go with mods to simulators is I go realism all the way, because that's kind of the point. Unless it's FSX. Flight Sim X I do download silly mods for, because I don't play FSX seriously. I don't have enough hardware for that. But next time once I've delivered this, before I play an ad, because that's how I do it, I will open up the mod loading screen and stuff. They have too many old cars. That's something I've noticed, yeah. I would have kind of preferred to see less classic cars in this, which I love classic cars and vintage cars, but I think it's a bit overkill. I know that classic cars are a big thing in America, but I think it's a bit too much, even for California, which is where we currently are. Yeah, California. You live in the US, you don't see that many old cars. Yeah, I see a good few, but that's just because there's a big vintage scene around here. Like a seriously large vintage car scene and classic car scene. So I've seen cars from the 50s, 60s, 70s. See them on a regular basis. I think my neighbour's got a 1988 Nissan Sunny, which is technically a classic car now, and I find that hilarious. Because the Nissan Sunny is the most soulless car in the history of driving. And somebody on my Steam friends list is playing Bus Simulator. Props to them. That's it, I might consider getting it. I might have a look into other simulators of things that I maybe am not as interested in as farming and trucking. More driving sims, because I really do enjoy just sitting down for an hour or so and seeing the sights as I drive around at 55 miles an hour. Hey Fred, you like Bus Sim? I think I've kind of bought into the whole negative stereotype around simulators. Like, I know Farm Sim is okay, it is bordering on a bad sim. ATS, ETS are, in my opinion, the gold standard of simulators. They are exactly what the word simulator should be, is something that actually gives you, a good impression of what driving a truck is like. It's not exact, it's not perfect, but it is kind of a good idea. And I mean, that's all you do, is just drive a truck. You're playing City Skylines. Nice one, Ad. Oh, don't make me do this. I've kept it going, I've kept it going, I've kept it going. What about Train Sim? Train Sim is actually quite... Train Sim is an odd one. It's well designed, but I don't quite like the DLC model they have. I think it's a bit kind of crap, if I'm being blunt. Like, their entire payment model is, well, you buy the game once, you got it forever, that's fine. That, I completely approve of that. But then the whole, oh, also there's like $6,000 of DLC. But we gave you the game for free, so it's fine. Somehow. You like City Skylines too? I do as well. I haven't got the newest DLC. That's because I don't really have all that much time to play it. Hey Jim. It's rough. if you can get the base game in a Steam sale, it's really worth the money. If you can get just like Train Sim 2016 or whatever they're calling it, it's worth the money because you get a reasonable amount of content. There are issues, obviously, but I mean, it's not terrible. Oh dear, that's a red light. How's the rest coming along? It's there's progress being made. I've almost got the central roads done, or the central loops. There's a reasonable amount of work yet to do on it, and it's just kind of fine-tuning the roads at this stage, in the central section, the central mass. But there's definitely progress, and I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks, maybe, if even that, to get started on either the railway line, which would mean I'd be going back to roads fairly quickly, or the hedges, which would mean I get very, very pedantic again. There's no winning with this. So let's go to the freight market again. From Carlsbad, we can take a digger. Yeah, let's take the backhoe. Where are we going? Let's help if I... We are going back the way we came, apparently. Seems you have a feature where you can add retail games to Steam without the non-Steam game thing. The reason they don't have that is because Steam is technically... I just realized I was driving the wrong side of the road. Steam is technically speaking DRM. It's it's a security feature that's put on digital download, so you can't just add a disc to it. Also, hello, Fanny. I kind of hope I've mispronounced that, because that's an unfortunate name for you to have, in my opinion. It means something. The word Fanny spelled a bit differently is very, very rude around here. But I don't mind people having odd names. I just realized I meant to go to the load screen here. So, in terms of... No, it's the profile screen. There you go. In terms of the mods that I have, we have Cheaper Police Fines by the Big Red Horse, Real Gas Prices by Klaas, Longer Yellow Lights by Og Vorbis, Real Tires by Galabin, Realistic Physics, which is suspension behavior and physics modeling, by Mr. John Doe, U-Haul, UPS and FedEx Vans by Carlitos Bahia and somebody else that I can't quite make the name out of, and the American Realism mod by System Soldier X. So there's not a lot of mods currently active, but I'll be adding to this collection over time and taking away and you know, changing things up over time. So just while I'm in this screen and nothing particularly is happening, because I made a delivery, I'm going to play an ad real quick. And just clear those. And kind of want to have X split up as well. There we go. So, yes, I'm sure I want to exit the mod manager. Just gonna hit continue. Hopefully it'll sign in properly. Yes, it did. First time I tried that today, it crashed the game. So I'm just gonna double check the freight market, make sure everything is as it should be. We're in Carlsbad. We're picking up. We should have been picking up a digger, but that's apparently gone now. I don't want to take a road roller. However many miles that is. 600 miles. I'll take fruits. I'll take some, I'm guessing, wine to, you know, for 320 miles. Some fruits for 397, but a road roller for that long. You know what? Yeah. I have a delivery pending. Oh, I've picked up the JCB thing. Apparently. Yes, I have. Awesome. You're a minute back. I've actually picked up the job for the backhoe. That's pretty much perfect. I kind of forgot that I did that. Right, where's it parked? There she is. So let's spin the truck around. Just using the mirrors this time for fun. Let's reverse up to it. And we're good. T. And off we go. Just gonna pull straight out because it should be okay. We need to sleep soon. Yes, so I'll probably pull into the first rest stop I see. Also, do we have time to even do this? Next stop, rest stop in 5 hours 18 minutes. I hope that's not 5 hours down the road, or next stop, rest stop is required in 5 hours. Kind of hoping it's next rest stop required in 5 hours 18 minutes. Off we go again. Just gonna keep it to 30 while we're getting onto the highway here. In fact, now we can start speeding up. Any good cloning software? What do you mean, Fred? What do you mean by cloning software? Because if it's for something illegal, I'm not giving you information on that. Not on stream, anyway. Oh, you need to clone your hard drive onto your new one. I have absolutely no idea, Fred. I've never done that. When I moved a bunch of information onto my external drive, what I did was I manually did it. Like I just chose the files that I wanted, and put them onto the external drive. That's the way I did it, anyway. I'm sure there is some sort of freeware cloning software, as you called it, out there. Is Virtual Clone Drive one, I think? Or that could just be an ISO mantra. Yeah, that's something that has me stumped, I'm afraid, Fred. Just realised my glasses aren't quite on right, that's why my ears are sore today. I'm going the speed limit, which is a first. It is kind of odd just steering because of the cruise control. It's like all I'm doing is steering this thing and making sure it's pointing in the right direction. This menu OS you need copying, you can't afford to buy Windows at the moment. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue, Fred. You're gonna have to look that up for yourself, because I have no idea. Because when I installed Windows 10 on this PC, it was actually Windows 8.1. I used my installation disk. I had to get all the unlock codes from Microsoft because I was moving everything onto a new disk. And my god, that was a painful phone call. If you got the original disk, Fred, you can use it again. You just need to ring Microsoft and get your unlocking codes. Say it's a Windows 8.1 disk or Windows 7 disk. You can use it again. There's a phone number you can call for Microsoft, and that will give you a whole bunch of codes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of codes to unlock the OS itself. And each code is 6 digits long. But the joy of it is you only have to get those codes once ever. Oh boy, this is a long, long trip on this. This is I-5. US Route 5. I'm entirely sure what road we're on, but it's number 5. My thoughts exactly, driver. All this to upgrade to SSD. I know that pain exactly, Fred. That's exactly what I did. Oh, for the love of... You just added some of the mods I showed. They're good mods. Why is the truck rolling back like that? Come on. There we go. They're good mods. The issue I found with one of the suspension mods, and I'm not with it, well, with the real suspension mod, is it does have a habit of doing strange things when you crash. Like it will literally just start bouncing your driver around the place. If you crash into something, which is a bit odd. If you're going over some bumpy road, it'll do something similar. And there's a rest station right there. A rest area. It looks like I can refuel there as well. So I'm going to be pulling off up here again. Oh, it's 242 gallon today. Was that me yawning? No, that was the driver. I can yawn silently, unlike him. So it's 130 gallons of fuel. Lovely. How do I have my truck set up? Let's have a quick demonstration of... First of all, the game preferences. So I got fatigue simulation, traffic offences, truck limits, parking dialogues, world and job map, thank you very much. Skilled parking, low rain probability, these don't particularly matter. I got an 8 shifter with an 18 speed setup. Brake intensity is quite low. Trailer stability, I'll make it more unstable. Don't like having truck speed limiters on. That's just a random crutch. Automatic, pretty much everything. Air brake simulation and realistic fuel. Cruise control gridded to 5 kilometers an hour with a 0 kilometer an hour tolerance. Everything there I think is set to... I have got the region presets to US, and all I've done is change the 24-hour notation. In terms of the controls themselves, it's... I actually do want the stiffness to raise, so there's a bit of gain. One more engine terrain and a bit of extra dampers, and definitely more for collisions. Do I want a dead zone? No. I also don't really want to break dead zone, so that's better. That's better. The clutch doesn't matter too much, so I can literally just set the clutch range to on and off, but it helps if I'm doing hill starts. Yeah, I've got Eaton Fuller 18 speed set up for the shifter layout. It's something that takes a bit of getting used to. Just honestly, it's just a case of getting used to it over time. In terms of the engine, I have the 455 with an Eaton Fuller 13 speed gearbox in it and a 200 gallon fuel tank body kit on the Peterbilt truck. Oh, that's instantly much better force feedback. Don't want to try and test the collisions quite yet though. Let's sleep. Down to $312, but that's fine. Now I've overdone the force feedback now. Which is my favourite truck? Let's run down again, put them just around about halfway. It's actually a Kenworth W900, which wasn't in the game when I started this save file. Oh, now I got no force feedback at all because I turned down the gain. Well done, me. Let's turn the gain back up to about there. Ah, there we go. Comfort. I haven't actually driven the W900 in this yet. I'm currently trying to save up to get one, but it's proving a bit difficult. Okay. So apparently changing my... You'll have force feedback. You're wondering how it'll be on your F710? It'll just be a vibration. Controllers tend, by their nature, to not have very good force feedback. Like with this wheel, if I'm playing something like Assetto Corsa is a good example actually. If I hit certain curbs at the Nürburgring, because that seems to be my go-to track for testing stuff, it will fire the wheel off violently. On iRacing, if I'm doing an oval track, it'll be juddering over and back, kind of like that, and you'll be kind of struggling to keep it straight. Definitely a Charlotte with street stocks anyway. What is an F710? It is a Logitech gamepad Nighthawk. It's maybe not the best thing for like ETS or ATS, but it is probably a decent enough gamepad. Logitech tend to make good stuff. Although they're yet to top the G27 in my opinion. The G29 is kind of a step backwards for them. Have a drink of water. I have with me a 2-litre bottle of just plain mineral water because I'm posh like that. He says while drinking water from Tesco. Is it better than Xbox 360 game controller? I think the minimum quality I'd like is the PDP Afterglow, which is most definitely better than an Xbox 360 pad. It's kind of a third-party 360 pad, but the Afterglow is definitely a step up in terms of build quality. So it looks like we'll get one delivery after this today. Wasn't quite expecting to only get 3 deliveries into 2 hours. Actually 4 to 2 hours. Posh tap water, that's exactly what it is. Fred. Although if I did want legitimate mineral water, there are a few natural springs nearby. What do I think of the Steam controller? I don't like the design, Nighthawk. I haven't got my hands on one. I don't think I ever will. But the design just doesn't look right. And that seems to be what I've been hearing a lot is it maybe isn't the greatest controller ever. It's definitely for some games a step up from mouse and keyboard. But it's not quite as good as a 360 pad. VR is something that I do think is worth it, and I had my hands on it years ago when I was like, how old was I? 12, so somewhere in the region of 14 years ago, I had my hands on some VR equipment in an arcade. It was a VR turret shooter thing. That was quite good, so I'm guessing after 14 years, the fact that they're able to bring it to the home now is it's gonna live up to what I remember from 14 years ago. Maybe not as immersive as that game in particular, because the entire thing was built towards the VR experience. Nighthawk, don't get me wrong, I can't afford VR either. That's something that's kind of a moonshot for me, is I'd love to get something like an Oculus Rift someday. Because that's kind of the future of sim gaming, is having an Oculus Rift and a G27 or a something like that. I can't remember the name of the or a T300 or one of the Thrustmaster wheels, which are also genuinely good. I think it's the T300 is the better wheel than the T500. They're both very good wheels and rim sets. Something like that for, say, sim racing. And I know sim racing games that I play generally aren't the greatest, but something like that, something like say a full flight yoke and an Oculus Rift for flight sim, a couple of button boxes. I mean, that VR brings a whole lot more to the table of sim gaming, and it's very welcome. Now, the issue is going to be the price, because I think it's maybe a bit overpriced right now. That said, if Oculus wants to hit me up with a free Rift, yes please. If HTC want to hit me up with a Vive, or a Vive, or whatever it's called, yeah. If it can work on PC and it's going to be free, I'll take it. That'll be a corporate chill, that's a 40. There we go. Price should come down over time. Yeah, Fred. Hopefully price will start coming down, quality will start just nudging its way up. Although the risk you're running is a situation like the PlayStation Neo, is it? The PS4.5, where PlayStation are bringing out a new PS4 with higher specs, because the PS4 that currently exists can't completely cope with VR. That's an issue. That's a genuine issue. I think I can take this at full speed. Oh yeah, this is a nice smooth turn. I can take this full 55. 3D sound's meant to be good with VR. Yeah, that's a new technology. You're tired of playing games on low settings, Nighthawk? I can completely understand. I started PC gaming on a laptop. And a laptop that couldn't run Minecraft. At that. Why am I oh, it's a hill. I'm gonna have to take control again, aren't I? I think everybody starts somewhere, and if you can get the money saved up, the best thing to do for PC gamers, just start upgrading or start planning a new build or planning an upgrade. Right now I've got no plans for upgrades. I've pretty much got the hardware I want. The only upgrade that I would do is throw a second large hard drive in. Up my storage to 6 terabytes instead of 3. Or something to that effect. So, looks like we're coming off here at this upcoming off ramp. So we'll take manual control again. So look at traffic. Looks like we can go now. You haven't even got 1 terabyte. Yeah, but Fred, the thing you gotta remember is I've got 3 terabytes because I need to store Fraps footage. Fraps is quite large. Most of the videos I get from Fraps are like 150, 200 gigabytes. So I'd never be able to record if I didn't have a large hard drive. The other game you weren't playing and the other games are running a lot better. Yeah, the games actually need to load off the hard drive. So if there's less information that it needs to parse through, it will run slightly better. Just keep this at about 41. You got a 240 gig SSD and a 500 gig hard drive. I have a... I think I've got a 240 SSD as well. Definitely something in that range. I think it might be 180 SSD. Sorry, civilian drivers. This trucker needs to do his thing. Let's just throw on the parking brake. Disconnect the trailer, and we got half an hour to do. What on earth is that? I've just got an achievement of... Oh, that was my 50th delivery! That was actually the 50th delivery we've done. So we'll take the road roller here, because that's a shorter drive. I'm actually gonna turn off the truck real quick, play an ad, get everything back up and running, and Okay, apparently we're not going to turn around and get going because I kind of need to pull in again. There we go. Should be a solid state drive on your laptop. You must play all the games on it. It would definitely help Nighthawk. I mean, they're not. One that you can put a few games on is not expensive anymore. You're looking at kind of a maximum of $100 to get one or 200 gigabyte SSD, because the technology is there. That the technology and the demand is there. The prices are really starting to come into their, a general comfort zone for everybody involved. The manufacturers can still make a tasty profit. The line is up here actually. The consumers get a nice deal. It's a happy day for everybody. So we're going to go on to the last delivery of the day. It's going to be a relatively short one compared to what we've done so far. And I kind of think we'll have a bit of an overrun depending on the state of things. Yeah, you should be good. Now there is a half-hour overrun built into my schedule. You don't think you can put both hard drives into your laptop? If you get a USB SSD, you can kind of rig it up nicely like that sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna give an example that is actually true right now. So my PC is obviously self-built, and I do have an old PC that I still need to rebuild. I am going to rebuild my old PC, by the way. It won't be used by me, it's going to be rebuilt for my sister. But this current PC has no CD drive. Haven't put an optical drive in this at all. And the reason is I rarely ever use CDs or DVDs or something like that. And if I need one, I can rip it out of the other PC fairly quickly and painlessly and just hook it into a spare power cable I got. I got some spare cables left inside the PC specifically for when I when I need a CD for something, like installing Windows. Can I get this thing running in low crawler? Yes, this thing runs in low crawler. You have a CD drive, but you buy retail games. That's kind of the reason why you've got a CD drive. You need it. I do digital downloads, so I have no realistic need for a CD drive. And yeah, I can get a USB one that's gonna end up as more or less the same price. So we've been very heavy on the building equipment today. For whatever reason, the game has decided to throw a lot of building equipment at us. So we're helping the American building industry. The American construction industry, it's been in decline, same as the rest of the world. construction's been in decline, numbers of new houses have been going down. So we're helping in our own way, and I know we're bringing it to road building sites. Well, this is the sort of equipment that will probably stay in the area, and especially if it's being trucked these sort of distances, it's probably going to stay around the area and be used to build houses and improve roads and improve the infrastructure. The only game you're off a CD or DVD is Farm Sim. I have digital download, and in fact that's running off my I have Farm Sim is the only game I've got in my SSD because it kind of needs a bit of a boost. You need to say I'm going to display adapter. Yeah, Fred, that's always a pain. Adapters and whatnot. Hello, Raheem Amerson. I'm just going to call you Raheem because otherwise I'll get very confused. I've probably mispronounced your name already, so I am a bad YouTuber. From now on, every game you get is going to be on Steam. Nighthawk, consider this fair warning. Steam and Farm Sim do not play well together. Well, Steam and Giants specifically. It's nothing to do with Farm Sim. Steam and Giants, for whatever reason, don't get on well. You've seen my various rants, presumably, about, oh, this DLC is like 2 full days late, this is late for Farm Sim, why is Giants so incapable of doing it sometime? And the actual reason is Steam is. But the reason behind Steam being so bad with it is Giants just don't seem to communicate with Steam, with the players, with anyone, and that irritates me. So, yeah. So we got 25 minutes remaining in the stream, actually 23-ish. And we're going to finish it with this delivery. This is going to be the last delivery of the day. And we'll have another delivery tomorrow evening? Yes. No, we won't. I apologize. It'll be Friday evening when we get the next Cold Brew video, or next ATS video. You to reload Windows on your laptop and the Gold Edition JCB add-on wouldn't let you download. That's an odd one. You're gonna use Steam. So Nighthawk, the thing you need to know about Steam with Farm Sim, and this isn't really publicized by anybody. I'm gonna do it for reasons of consumer awareness, more or less. You get things late on Steam if you go with Steam for Farm Sim. I kind of shouldn't use it because I do YouTube, and being blunt, the money is within the first 24 hours. If I'm getting a DLC late, I'm losing money. That's, you know, a real shame, but it's true. I'm actually losing money regardless, but you know, I'm missing out on money if I don't get the DLC at release time. I don't mind that happening. It's just irritating when it's so consistently bad and so consistently unpredictable. Like, okay, it's, you know, it's due out at 6 PM because that's 9 AM Pacific. Why am I indicating? It's a curve in the road, it's not a turn. I don't need to indicate because the road is turning left. My idiocy, it knows no bounds. So, tonight, in just under an hour, in about 50 minutes, 52 minutes ish, you guys will be getting a Coldborough Park Farm video. And it's just me collecting up bales, I'm gonna be honest. It's one that you might be able to miss. You might not want to watch me talking about bale collection and just talking about kind of off-camera stuff and out-of-character stuff and the issues that I had loading into the damn game because it crashed twice yesterday when I was trying to load into it. But that's our video today. Tomorrow, and actually after the stream, I will be doing... What time is it where I live? It is currently 4:39 PM. So, streams are at 3 PM daily, so an hour and a half ago, so... except Fridays, when it's at 2 PM I'll be starting. I'm trying to finish at 5 or 6. I don't like finishing at 7 because that's running a risk of having to cut the stream short because somebody's decided that dinner's going to be early today. So, streams will be ending at latest 6 o'clock. Am I still bailing? Technically no, Fred. There are some bales I still need to make. I still need to do some work with the bales, but or with doing baling. But at present, and actually after I've recorded Project Hell tonight, I will be going into Farm Sim and doing like legit off-camera work instead of just doing the off-camera stream, because the amount of bales I got was silly. I'm 5 hours ahead of you. Yes, Nighthawk. If you're on the East Coast, I'm roughly 5 hours ahead. If you're on the West Coast, I'm like 8 or 9 hours ahead. Okay, something I ate recently definitely did not agree with me. That was not fun. Yeah, that was a problem. I hope that doesn't happen again. I'm not gonna say what happened, but I just hope it doesn't happen again. Go. We've been to this delivery point already. You've been looking for a good map to play. Thornhill Farm is coming out soon. That looks like it's going to be a really good map. Is it Thornhill? It's a new map by Mappers Paradise and FSUK. They're definitely a modding team to keep an eye on if you want a good map. Bullet Bill's been working away on the West Coast, and as seems to be the case so often, idiots who have no idea what patience is, you know, the word patience means both red light. We might as well continue on. People have been complaining that it's taking so long to make the map, and there are people who've never tried to make a map themselves. I can personally guarantee that. And oh, this is an interesting one. American Outback is coming out eventually, yes. All maps are kind of unpredictable when they come out, because every map maker for Farm Sim, with the exception of maybe one or two, you know, they've got their own personal stuff going on, they've got a personal life, they've got their own issues, and they've got to try and work around that with map making. So, with me running YouTube and in the future running other stuff as well, you know, the map is going to take a bit longer than it probably should. But I need to honor my commitments and prioritize stuff accordingly, and unfortunately the map isn't the highest priority. So can we get to level 12? No. 15 minutes early, I'm afraid, but barring there being a good job in Truckee or Huron, nice short one. No. That would be the map by Something on My Shoe. That would be the Mapper's Paradise map I was talking about. If it was silver.tv you were watching, that would be the map I was talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of... just because I don't have time to do another job in ATS, I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A session for the next 15 minutes. So you can ask me any questions you want. I'll answer them as honestly as I can. And just while I'm here, can I access this stuff without being signed in? And it appears... Oh, I can. Lovely. Thornton Farm was the map I was talking about. By... Oh, it's Oxygen David, in fact. Who... he was the guy behind Sandy Bay. It looks like a really promising map. It was Silver, yeah, it was Thornton then. I do try and keep up to date as much as I can with the larger farm sim guys. I can't keep up with everybody because there's just too many of them. But the larger guys, I try and keep up with and know what they're doing. Oh my god, my nose. Hey Lowleaf, it's going good. The gaming part of the stream is over, I'm afraid. If you came here to watch ATS, I'm afraid that segment of the stream is over. I'm just kind of wasting a bit of time now to get the stream to finish on time. Because the stream is due to finish in about 14 minutes. So, if you have any questions you want to ask about ATS or from the maker of Sandy Bay, yep, that would be Oxygen David. Looks promising. It's not as promising looking as the West Coast, which, oh my god, when that comes out, I'm going to rip it to shreds. Because I want to find out exactly how well it built so much of the stuff that he's done in it. I'm going to be opening that thing up in a Giants editor and spending 2 or 3 days looking around it. That is such a good looking map. It's very hard. Like the temptation is irresistible. I will be opening it up in Giants editor and having a good poke. Let's have a look at any ATS news just while I'm here. Team Workshop, new DLC, wheel tuning options. Not a whole lot of news coming out for ATS at the moment, unfortunately. I do know that Project Cars is a new DLC coming out soon, and that's going to just update. There's 3 versions. Well, there's 2 versions of Sandy Bay and an edit. So you got Sandy Bay Gold, and then you actually have an edit which is Sandy Bay Redux. Or redo, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a big fan of Sandy Bay personally, but I can see the appeal behind it. I really don't know if there's anything else I can say, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the ending countdown now, and I'll speak to you guys in about 40 minutes from last night, and you can have a look at see how late I actually recorded that video. So in about 40 minutes, just over, you'll be getting Cobra Park Farm. Tomorrow's stream is Colbra. It's going to be the quote-unquote off-camera stream, where hopefully I'll have a bunch of actual off-camera work done. The video tomorrow is going to be Project Hell, which I'll be recording shortly, hopefully. And that's just going to be one lap, I'm hoping. If it's multiple attempts, I'll just... There's too many streaming Sandy Bay. I try and avoid maps that Daggerwin is doing. And Daggerwin is doing Sandy Bay, so I'm avoiding it. I've got a strategy and it seems to be working out. Project Hell's tomorrow's video. That's going to be just the one lap if I can do it. If it takes multiple attempts, I'll just throw the crashes into a montage and then show the successful attempt. But I'm going to be starting off with the IndyCar, which has buckets of downforce. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.
What?